Self-releasing music is one of the most challenging things you can do in this industry. There's a reason why people generally try to find labels to release their music. It's a lot of work. Now, you're not going to always be able to find a label to release your music, and that brings us to the topic of today's video. Maybe the genre you make is too obscure. Maybe you can't find labels to release a style of music, yet you really believe in the music. Either way, doesn't matter how cookie cutter or unique your style is, you're probably going to have to self-release music at some point. You may want to ask yourself early on too, is the music you're making worth all the promotion you're trying to put behind it too? Make sure you see the vision of people liking this music before putting money into promoting it, or even putting a lot of effort into promoting it. So you finish your song. Now what do we do? Well, the first thing we need to do is plan. We need to pre-promo, we need to announce on social media, we need to get some sort of hype drummed up. Here's some ideas here, showing artwork, memes, music videos. Talk more about that later. Even snippets. We need to let people know leading up to the big day. No, not that big day. If you do decide to do snippets though, try to give them only a taste of your song. You don't want to wear out the whole song before it's even out. And that is very easy to do if you upload a 45-second or longer clip. So something short, just a taste. This includes sharing it as a post on social media, stories, anything you have access to. So I'll just be posting this on my girlfriend's Facebook page real quick. You can also run ads. If you're fucking crazy or rich. Next, we're going to talk about platforms and distribution. So there are platforms you can post onto directly, and then there are also platforms that require a music distribution service. Some of the music distribution services that are out there include DistroKid, CD Baby, Repost Network, and more. Some of the platforms that require a distribution service to post to are Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, the list goes on. And some of the platforms you can upload to directly include SoundCloud, YouTube, Audius, Matter, AudioMac. I'm sure there's a lot more. Those are just ones that are coming to me off the top of my head. A music distribution service usually costs around $20 a year for unlimited access. You should check out the different options before deciding on one. Monetization is also something to think about. Platforms that you post on through distributed services make you money. I also suggest posting to as many platforms as you can. It doesn't mean you have to focus a lot of time on it. It literally takes like a minute to upload to each one, and you never know which one may pick up on its own naturally. All right, now that you hopefully have your music on Spotify, we're gonna talk about Spotify playlist for a little bit. Many say this has become the modern version of radio, and they're kind of right in the sense that a lot of people are listening to it and a lot of people are trying to get their music on there. Essentially, the way Spotify playlists work is a lot of people follow them. Some of them get advertised either through Spotify or through different means on another website. A lot of eyes and ears are on these playlists, so it's very valuable to get your music into them. You can rack up a lot of new fans quickly and a lot of new streams. There are two types of playlists on Spotify: editorial playlists and user playlists. Editorial playlists are created by Spotify and they're not exactly easy to get into, but I can give you some tips on how to get into them. You want to submit your song at least 1 week in advance, closer to 4 if possible. I don't know how it is with the quarantine. It might even be longer than that now with the quarantine. Then a few days after you schedule it to upload, you're gonna need your Spotify for Artists account connected to your Spotify account. And you should see it on your upcoming releases tab. You should see the upcoming release a few days after you schedule it. And then you will be prompted to fill out a form. Once you follow that, fill that out, and you'll be on your way. You should do this with every release you can if possible. It'll increase your chances of getting on more playlists. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now we're gonna talk about user playlists. Now these are about an 80 to 20 shot on whether or not they're pay to play list. If you have the money, it can be worth it to invest in it. You'll most likely not profit off it, but it can get your music out there, which is what people are usually looking for when they're doing that. You can look around on Spotify and see if you see any playlists with submission emails in the playlist description. You can also Google it as well. Found a lot of playlists that way. The prices for playlist placing are extremely variable, so I have no idea what to tell you to expect. Let's just hope it's free, huh? All right, next we're gonna talk about music videos. Music videos are great for a lot of reasons.